Hi, it's Dr. Jan, and I'm going to debunk some myths about workplace bullying that I think are really important that we understand that they're not true. Because if when we believe these myths, it affects how we investigate, how we intervene, and essentially when we believe these myths, it makes bullying worse rather than better. So the first myth that really kind of irks me a little bit, if I'm perfectly honest, is that bullies are aggressive and loud people, meaning that these are people in the workplace that we could pick out a mile away and we could spot them easily if they were bullying because they're so loud, right? That's 100% true. In fact, it's often just the opposite, is that people who are bullies many times have nice personalities and are what we would deem as fairly nice people. Okay. Of course, not always, but many times they are. And as a result of that, because we see them in a particular way as being nice, we can't envision them as bullies. And they use that to their advantage to get away with it. So you can't spot a bully a mile away. In the workplace, nice people can be bullies. In fact, anybody in a workplace can be a workplace bully. Okay. The second one also is that targets of workplace bullying are somehow weak. Okay. That these are people who, you know, aren't going to stand up for themselves. They're not going to stick up for themselves, and they're kind of cowardly in the workplace. And that's 100% wrong. Because if you're part of a culture of bullying, anybody can be the target. In fact, many times what happens is people cycle in and out of those roles the longer they stay in bully culture. But the reason we believe that targets of workplace bullying are weak is because we believe then that it's justified. If they just stand up for themselves, if they would just be more assertive, they wouldn't get bullied. Well, it has nothing to do with their assertiveness or their strength or weakness in the workplace. Bullying starts because you have a workplace bully, and it has nothing to do with the target. But often what ends up happening when we believe these myths about workplace bullying is that we believe that targets deserve it and therefore we don't intervene. And so that's really very problematic. And the third one I want to talk about is we believe that workplace bullying is just like conflict oftentimes, and it should be resolved by the parties that are impacted by it. So really what that says is that adults in the workplace should be able to work out bullying by themselves. And they don't really need any leadership, supervisory, or HR intervention. And again, 100% false. Okay. If I haven't said it before, having been a target of workplace bullying, I tried everything in my power, as have all the targets that I worked with, to get the bullying to stop. They've done, again, generally everything they were supposed to do. So for myself, I did everything that was expected of me to try to resolve the bullying. Okay. I talked to the bully more than once. Okay. I went up the chain of command just like I was supposed to. Talked to this bully, talked to my supervisor, talked to the chair, talked to the dean, up. Talk to the union, file a grievance, check that box, check that box, check that box. And you know what? Nothing made it better. Okay. Because it wasn't about two adults not being able to work it out. It was that there was a whole system that the bully had in place, and the organizational helped them solidify a culture of bullying. And so even when I left, if I'm deemed the problem, the bullying should stop. Well, that isn't what happened. What happened was I was replaced by someone else. So as a target, it didn't get worked out amongst ourselves because it is a bigger problem than just an individual one. And so when we see workplace bullying as something that can be resolved by a couple of people, what ends up happening is we're solidifying bully culture into our organizational foundation. And then what happens is it just goes on and on and on because the values, behaviors, and expectations are those of bullying. And people are socialized into that and learn that. And when one person leaves, even if it's the bully, a new bully will come in and cycle in. And so we really have to address the myth, and we really have to look at what we think we know about workplace bullying and make sure that we have a good understanding of what workplace bullying is. That's the only way we can develop strategies that will actually stop bully culture. Thank you so much. Please drop me a comment and like and share, and I'll see you next week. Thank you.